Dr. Wallach.
Well, Michael, you're on the air.
Thank you, Doctor, and good morning.
Yes, sir. Good morning. Happy New Year. What's up?
Happy New Year to you. We've got Billy. He's 67. He's 5'5", and he weighs 135 pounds. He's in from Scotland. And in 2010, he was diagnosed with idiopathic pulmonary fibrosis. In 2013, he was diagnosed with a previous pulmonary embolism. And in 2014, he was diagnosed with a blocked gut artery. He's on 5...
A blocked artery in the heart or brain?
In the stomach, in the gut.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and he's on about 5 pharmaceuticals. The situation is right now he does have a light cough constantly, and we'd like to hopefully get that cough eliminated down to none and let it be voluntary and just get him feeling a little better. What do you think?
Sure. Okay, well, idiopathic means that the idiots don't know what causes it, okay? Idiopathic means they don't know the cause, they can't put their fingers, they can't find a blame for autoimmune, they can't find a blame for genetics, and so they just call it idiopathic. Very interesting word. Okay, pulmonary fibrosis is one of those things where it's caused by the same thing that causes the arteriosclerosis, the plugged arteries. The blood clot is due to a simple deficiency of a nutrient. And so, Char, what would you do for this guy who's 135 pounds, and he's in his 60s? Did I get that right, Michael? He's in his 60s?
Yeah.
Okay. And what would you do for him?
I'll just get him on a healthy start pack. Because
let's get a little heavier because you got pulmonary fibrosis. We want more omega-3s, more EFAs. You got pulmonary embolism, which is a blood clot. You need to go a little heavier on the omega-3s. What would you do for that?
I'd give him the healthy brain and heart pack.
Perfect. Now you get A+. Right. Very good. So, yeah, he needs, I'd go ahead, 135 pounds. I'd give him 1 healthy brain and heart pack. I give him another bottle of the selenium, so he can have 3 selenium twice a day. That's for the copper in there to support maintenance repair of the elastic fibers in his lungs and his arteries and so on. And what would you do for the blood clot? What would you give him that would an enzyme that would dissolve the blood clots?
He could either take the nightly essence or he could take the niacin plus.
Yeah, I'd go ahead because he's got all these plugged arteries in the lungs. I'd go ahead and give him the ultimate niacin plus. Very good. I would give him his body weight. I'd give him 1 twice a day. It's 1 bottle a month. It has the nattokinase enzyme in it, but it also has the dilating effects of the niacin for the arteries in the lungs. And the omega-3s, the EFAs and EFA pluses in the Healthy Brain and Heart Pack, those two will actually give him the nutrients necessary to reduce the risk of future blood clots in the lungs and the brain and everywhere else. And let's see here. What else would you give him for blood flow through the lungs and blood flow through his blocked arteries?
I'd give him Ultimate Daily.
Ultimate Daily, perfect. I'd give him the Ultimate Daily. He could have 3 twice a day as 1 bottle a month. And finances aren't a problem. I'd also throw in the Ultimate Cardio Sticks. He could take 1 of those in the morning, and 1 box a month would do it for a guy his size. And none of the bad foods. What diet would you put him on?
A gluten-free diet, of course.
Yep. And where would you get rid of the inflammation? By getting him off of?
All fried foods.
Very good. No fried foods, absolutely no fried foods, no processed meats with nitrates and nitrites, no oils, absolutely no microwave popcorn, theater popcorn, no olive oil, coconut oil, margarines, mayonnaise, salt, cooking oils. And it's one of those things where you'll be amazed. I've had people call me up and their doctor said they only have months to live with pulmonary fibrosis, and putting them on these programs to get the circulation going through the lungs, get more oxygen into the bloodstream. They call back, a day later and say, everything's fine now. It's amazing. The body has great power to recover when you give it nutrients to support and promote maintenance repair. Give us a call every couple of weeks if you would, Michael, and let us know how Billy's doing.
I've got
all
another
right,
question, Doctor.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. What about the Good Herbs respiratory support? Do you think that would help in this particular?
Absolutely. Yeah. Great tinctures for Good Herbs. Absolutely. You could go ahead and throw the lung support in there. Absolutely. I'd give it to him twice a day. It requires 2 bottles a month to pull that off. Very good suggestion. Thank you for bringing that up. Okay. All right. How much time we got here?
Well, we got time to go to another one here. Let's head to Santa Clara, California, and Andrew, you're on with Dr. Wallach.
Andrew, you're on the air.
Hi, doctor. I got a couple concerns here. The tangy tangerine dosage doesn't seem clear. We're dealing with 200-pound people who are closer to 100 pounds, and we're all taking 4 times a day. And I got my mom's eye problems, so we have her on Vision FX.
Sure. Okay. Well,
so,
all the products are designed for one dose for a 100-pound person. For instance, and then you would split it in half. So let's say you're dealing with a 100-pound person, whether they're 3 years old, 30 years old, 300 years old. If they're a 100-pound person, doesn't matter if they're 17 foot tall or 6 inches tall, because it all goes by body weight. And so whatever, individual product like Beyond Tangerine, Osteox Plus, or the Healthy Brain and Heart Pack, you give them one of those per 100 pounds of body weight. And I like to round up. So if somebody weighs 140 pounds and they have serious problems, I'd go to 2 of these things rather than 1. If they weigh 110 pounds, 80 pounds, I'd give them 1 a pack or 1 product a day per that 100 pounds. Then divide the dose in half, so you're getting a half a dose of breakfast, half a dose of dinner. So let's say somebody has high blood pressure and arteriosclerosis of the coronary arteries. They weigh 200 pounds or 180 pounds. I'd give them 2 Healthy Brain and Heart Packs. And the important thing is here to stop the ongoing damage, no matter what the problem is. And, Shar, what is our basic thing? What's the bad food list?
The bad food is any kind of oils, margarine, burnt animal fat, that kind of stuff.
What about fried foods?
Fried foods, yeah.
Yeah. And what about processed meats?
Yeah, because they have nitrates and nitrites in it, which cause cancer.
Cause cancer and cause plugged arteries. Yep, very good. Yeah, big articles on that. And so that's where I would go on the dosage. And so I just remember it's always equally important to get rid of the bad foods out of the deal. And in some cases, there are specific foods that are necessary. And we're actually coming out with another book in the next 6 months that covers that. Good foods that are necessary to support rebuilding certain tissues, and bad foods you never want even to walk into a room if they're in there. Okay? And so very good question, Andrew. Yeah, dosage is important. It's not quite clear in some of the bottles. They tell you what one dose is, but they might not tell you the body weight. And so that dosage is designed for 100 pounds of body weight. Instead of giving it all at one time at breakfast, or one time at dinner time, whatever the calculated dose is, always divide it in 2. Unless they're 300 pounds, then I would divide it into 3. Or 400 pounds, I'd divide it into 4. But if they're, 100 pounds, you still got to divide it into 2, so they get a half a dose of everything